The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. Hello and welcome, everyone. It's the final day of the NBA preseason. We're closing in on opening day right around the corner. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. And for the Clippers, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And Harrell's in at the 5. And Smitty, a question for you. If you're a head coach, what are you trying to accomplish in the preseason?
You know, I think for me, Kevin, first you start off with an identity of unselfishness and culture. And after that, it all comes down to your players and what type of style of play. And then after that, play hard and compete.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Brunson. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. And here is Williams. Five to shoot. Great D that time from Hardaway. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That one a little long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
A floater and the layup good by George.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Porzingis. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Doncic. Paul George grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Outside Leonard. And it's Williams. That time the assist from Leonard.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Brunson finds Doncic. Porzingis looking it over. Passes it to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
That free throw good from Doncic. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. Beverly with the ball. Shot, high post. And that one hits back iron. Pass to Doncic. Brunson scanning the floor. Great D that time from Leonard.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here's Brunson, following the score by Lou Williams. Pass to Porzingis, takes a 3, and the 3 ball is good.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the three like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
Now here's Leonard. He just could not put it together in that loss to Denver. Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. And Lou Williams hits from deep. Williams has got his third basket of the night right there.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Fifth is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Beverly dishes to Harrell. The pass to Williams. Outside, George. He feeds it to Williams. It's tipped. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Hardaway passes to Doncic. To the middle. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Porzingis.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout. And now they're well positioned into the future.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Wright. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision. But I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. He hits the second from the line. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. Well, Kevin, I asked him if this last preseason game is like a final dress rehearsal before opening night. He laughed and agreed somewhat, but he said his big concern is just ending this game healthy. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're getting their first look, a preseason look at the Clippers here.
Yeah, a good matchup. These are two teams that played each other to a draw in the regular season last year.
Now here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes to George. Here's Shamet. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Pass to Doncic. Back to Barea. Shot clock at 6. Over Green. Barea, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Shamet on the wing, guarded by Wright. And Green gets it to go.
You know, JaMychal Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
Now, here's Doncic. Out left to the wing. And here's Barea outside. The shot comes out. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Always a joy to get a sneak peek of the NBA season ahead as we get back to the action. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. JaMychal Green is out there with Paul George, and it's Zubats in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Curry dishes to Powell. Back to Curry. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
You hate to lose it at the line, especially when you're getting what you want in other areas of the game.
And that one's good. Green.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Zubats finds George. And he lays it straight in. George has got the lead back up to 5 now for the Clippers.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Curry against Beverly. And Curry, here we go. It's hauled in by Zubats. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Doncic. With the fadeaway. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Dallas also making a switch. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Back to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. No good there. And the Mavericks going the other way now. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Doncic outside. Back to Curry. Over Williams. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Well, last season, the NBA expanded the three-point shootout contest to 10 contestants at All-Star Weekend. Smitty, do you ever wish that you'd had another shot at it?
Yes, indeed, Kevin. I didn't shoot it as well as I wanted to in that contest. Whether they added 10 or more or 20 players, I just wish I had another shot. But it's over, and now I can dream about it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Carroll's checked in, and a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway comes in for Doncic. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Wright, and Barea subbed in for Seth Curry. And there's the pass to Barea. Pass to Finney-Smith. Bucket is good. Finney-Smith's got his first basket.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And that's now 6 points for Kawhi Leonard. Mavericks trail by 11. Pass to Porzingis. Williams against Barea. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. From deep. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. To the paint. Here's Harrell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And last season, Montrezl Harrell absolutely came alive for the Clippers.
He's always played with energy, but was more focused and made the most of his chances. You like to see him provide a little more on the glass, but make no mistake, he's a great finisher at the rim.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
What I appreciate about Harrell is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
Here's Porzingis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Shamet kicks to Williams. Outside, Green. Harrell down low. Guarded by Barea. And yes, it's good. Harrell's got his second bucket tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Here's Leonard. He's got 6. Here's Harrell. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much. Lou, in the first half, your offense was clicking. What was the difference getting off to a hot start?
I think we play with a lot of energy. The ball swinging around. They're using a lot of help side defense. We're just taking advantage of it.
And really breaking them down. Thanks, Lou. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter was full of... And that should do it.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
NBA preseason action underway once again. Glad to have you with us. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot.
That time he kept it himself. Leonard playing a chess game on the pick and roll.
Now Brunson. Buries it down low.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Leonard looking over the floor. Poked away. Stolen by Brunson. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Here's George. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Brunson. No good on that one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Doncic outside. Back to Brunson. With the teardrop. Rebound by Williams. Los Angeles leading by 13. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The first one falls.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
Zubac is checked in for Williams. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Beverly against Wright. Launches it. Dallas, no good that time either. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Doncic outside. Back to Wright. And here is Curry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Over George. Dallas, no good that time either. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right outside. There's the pass to Doncic. Trying to end the drought. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Short. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Dallas also making a switch. Berea's checked in.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Now here's Barea. He's covered by Shamet.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. And the free throw, no good.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Got that one up quick. Beverly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Wright. Hardaway finds Doncic. Barea with it. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway for three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Here's Barea. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Up top, Leonard. Offline from the top of the key. And so it's Los Angeles rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. The NBA preseason action continues here on 2K Sports. The Mavericks shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. They've got Robinson. Harkless is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Magruder in at the two-guard spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Barea, no good. LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. Well, most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Lee passes to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lee outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Robinson. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Passes it to Patterson. And it's Magruder in the corner. For the three. Rebounded by Jackson.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players. boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organizations with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Poke loose. Pass to Lee. And here is Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Magruder, guarded by Barea. Magruder, that's good. Magruder's got his first 2 points of the night.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Barea with it. Oh, and here comes Robinson all alone. Lays it in off the breakaway. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Pass to Lee. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. The pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Jackson. Here's Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The first free throw is good. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Passes it to Curry. Back to Lee. Pass to Marjanovic. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. The shot will not fall. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Robinson against Lee. Pass to Harkless. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. Curry's shot is off.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Lee outside. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry passes to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 5. Outside Jackson. Here's Curry. Back to Marjanovic. In the corner, it's Kleba. On the wing, Lee. Over Harkless. And it's good off the back rim and in.
It's easy to tell that he is most comfortable pulling up from that area on the floor.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. We're glad you joined us, folks, for this preseason game. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.